2, 1, fight!
Ray Billings is a fight I have to fight very technically. I have to put his weapon where I want it. Everybody thinks you want to go around behind Ray and fight him and push him into the walls. Ray did the worst damage to me. When I pushed him into a wall, he came back and shredded 4 of my tires off. I want him to hit my blade. I want him to go after my weapon, so I'm always driving towards his weapon. And if I drive correctly, I can control him, put him into the wall correctly, and I might win.
He is a fantastic driver, and he is fearless, okay? You can cut all but one of his tires off, you can cut his wedge off, and he's still gonna come at you and try to beat you. And I have never seen anybody, myself included, that could put a damaged robot back together the way Matt can. So if you tear him apart, you spray him all over the arena. Parts are everywhere. They gotta go in with a broom to pick his robot up. You give him 2 hours, and he'll have the machine back together, running at full strength, and back in the arena.
And now we're coming up to it's the last match of the losers bracket.
It's the finals of the losers bracket. The winner of this goes against the winner of the winners bracket.
Got it. And who we have are Sewer Snake and Last Rites. We didn't think Last Rites would be coming back, but there's been some borrowing and some sharing among the robots.
Last Rites is actually wearing, it looks like 2 wheels and the scoop from Sewer Snake.
Yep.
So in a certain sense, we have Sewer Snake fighting Sewer Snake. Yeah. I gather Ray just couldn't get his weapon back up and working.
No, could not get it. The motor was dead. They talked about driving to Novato to try and get a motor to come back.
In the driving rainstorm. And the fatigue factor, not a good idea.
Don't do it. But I think they've come up with a creative solution. You know, Ray definitely doesn't have the advantage of his weapon that he's had in the past for other matches.
He was doing a pretty good job driving the last match where he lost his weapon, though. I mean, he was just using that front end as a pushing thing, and that was good.
Very great defensively. This is going to be interesting to see what he does here, what his plan is.
Yeah.
I think he's pretty much
I don't think it's too elaborate,
I think he's just going to try and get underneath Sewer Snake and push him against the wall.
Go at him and see what happens, and hope things stay attached to the front of his robot. The main problem I see, I mean, he's obviously triangulated of the side-to-side tilt because he's got that narrow front end.
He does have the narrow front end. But he's a pretty stable beast. Sewer Snake, very stable. We've seen Sewer Snake drive really well many times today.
Yeah, Sewer Snake seems to be in good shape. Matt's had everything repaired. Didn't take much damage in his last match.
Matt's joking and smiling. Says he thinks he's ready this time. Ray's looking a little tired. He's ready though. I think he's hit the end of his day.
Oh, and the weapon just fell off. I think those cable ties, those plastic, just weren't such a good idea at that point.
Well,
but they're doing a good nose-on-nose battle. Sewer Snake doing a good pushing.
A lot of pushing, and that's what these two beasts can do for each other, do against each other. Neither of them really have a weapon at this point that can.
Well, Matt's lift is completely working, so his weapon, I mean, it's not a destructive. No, Matt's aiming to get this robot outside of the arena, I'm pretty sure. Ray's dragging some sort of light underneath him.
It looks like almost out of the
bounce
arena.
Off of the outside wall, and he's back in. What, do you see the little red light hanging off the side?
I do see the red light hanging off the outside. Looks like there's some
I wonder
kind
if that's attached to anything
laser.
important. Yeah.
What is LED or laser?
I love the noise. If you could hear the tires squeal, the 6 wheels on Matt's bike.
Sewer Snake pushes Last Rites against the weapon that was supposed to be used but came off at the beginning of the match.
Now if bounces back in.
Oh, crowd crowd goes wild. Sewer Snake almost gets
Whoa.
Last Rites completely out of the arena. Last Rites is losing bits and pieces everywhere. There's armor that's come off. Last Rites now pushing Sewer Snake.
Nice job of using the open front.
To push Sewer Snake, using the weapon that fell off earlier to try and jam it against Sewer Snake.
A little interference, a little obstacle in the arena. Ooh,
Titanium
nice.
sparks. White light, there's sparks everywhere.
No, there appears to be a fire inside of.
Fire? There is a fire in Last Rites.
Yeah, and there was an unusual light inside.
This may be.
I can't see. I don't even know what the hell I want. Are my wheels moving? Then we keep it on.
Okay.
Conversation
So
happening between the
stuck in
two
the corner in
drivers. They're
front of
stuck
Matt.
together, wondering whether or not wheels are moving. Ray saying as long as his wheels are moving, he's happy to keep fighting.
The problem right now is they're stuck in Matt's corner and Ray can't see what's going on.
Can't see what's going on. It's a complete disadvantage at that point if Ray can get out of the corner.
So maybe that wasn't a fire, whatever that's going on. His robot's still functioning.
Ray going back after Sewer Snake. They're back in the middle of the arena.
Ray's standing right in front of us yelling at Matt, sort of narrating the match of what's going on. Here again, two guys have known each other for a long time.
Well, it was obvious there was good blood going into this match from the beginning, and it.
You don't think Matt lent him bad parts or anything like that?
I don't think Matt would do that,
no.
It was up to Ray to try and get those parts onto Last Rites and make them stick.
Fair miserably, they came off within the first 10 seconds, but it was a nice attempt. It looked well. It looked good.
Back to you, Ray.
Okay, how you doing?
Are you done?
Yeah, we're done. We're done. I really was done after it wouldn't spin anymore, but I had to make him earn, going forward. I can't just give it to him. So he was kind enough to loan me that wedge. That wedge was actually his, and we welded it on and tried to go in and at least put a show on for we put our tail between our legs and went home.
Which is, just testament to the fact that you guys just want to come out here, do a good job and do what you can and, have fun. And
We get together twice a year to do this, so when we're here, you're going to get everything I got. I mean, I got another 6 or 8 months before we do this again, so, we always just go forward the best we can.
All right, well, you put on a great show this weekend. 2 bots, lots of matches. You're probably exhausted.
I'm completely exhausted, but we did okay. Last Rites came in 3rd place overall with its performance, and I can't feel too bad with that.
It's great.
Okay.
Good
Thanks.
job.
All right, thank you.
So, you lent Ray a bunch of stuff for the fight, and how did you feel going into it? And did you have a good time?
I still knew I could lose the fight. Luckily, their welds broke. I'm glad I didn't weld it for him, or it would have still been on there. But at least I knew I wasn't going to, hopefully end up with a lot of damage because, he didn't have his normal weapon, which is just deadly. So I went in comfortable, but you never know. I mean, there's been times when I've thrown myself out of the arena, and if I throw myself out of the arena and hurt my lifter and get stuck, I lose. So there is no free fight. There is no foregone conclusion, because when you think that, you lose. So it was a fun fight. That bot is so active, even without a weapon. It was a pretty active fight.
Yeah, you tossed him out of the ring a couple of times. He just bounced right back in. You were so close to getting him out there.
He was like a rubber ball. He just kept bouncing right back in. I could not get him out. I tried.
You did try. I think you did some great driving. It was a really good fight overall. This puts you fighting Original Sin.
Yeah. So this is it's the final, but because it's a double eliminator, I have to, if I'm lucky enough to win, which is still a big if I win, we have to fight twice. So if he wins, he wins everything. If I get lucky enough to win, we got to come out and get right back in there and fight again. So
wow, could be 2 more fights for you.
Busy. Yeah, but and he's a hard battle. He's looks like he's ready to go. So
he's fueling up over there, little sandwich.
Yeah. So this should be a good one. we're gonna do our darndest to win.
I would expect nothing less. Well, good luck.
Thank you.